What's up, people? This is the Curious Silly Men podcast.
Yes,
I'm Dan, and this is...
I'm Jude.
And yeah, why are we doing this podcast, Jude?
Why are we doing this podcast? We are doing this podcast because we're both kind of unemployed grads looking for our next stage in life. And we just wanted to bring you guys along for that journey.
Exactly. Why Curiously Silly Men? Curious Silly Men?
Curious Silly Men because of Curiously Cinnamon, and we thought it was very funny. Play on words. Yeah. It was someone recommended it to us.
Yeah, big up Ed. You get a shout out for sure.
Yeah. And now our whole brand's going to be off that. So if we ever get found out by Curiosity Cinnamon, it could be in a bit of trouble, but we're fine for now.
Because the logo is exactly the same.
The logo is exactly the same, just changed it to Silly Men. Yeah.
But can you guys comment if it's sick, or if you're just like, what is this?
I think it's quite a funny idea.
So. Yeah, I think it is, but also people could just be like, what are they doing?
I think people will be like, what are they doing? I think that is really stupid, but it's fine.
No, I rate it. What we're gonna do this segment?
Yes.
What we're gonna do, basically each episode is we're gonna have a segment called Curious Minds, and that's where we just kind of discuss maybe a question which we're flip. We don't know the answer to that. We just need to talk it out, or maybe there's a bit of history which we're what even was that?
We just want to explore some questions that people don't normally explore.
Yeah, things about the world, things about ourselves. Yeah, just anything. And we want to just explore that, come to some answers, and just, kind of have a bit of an escape from everyday life.
Yeah, and we want some input from you guys. So if you're listening to this,
follow
us. You can send us an email, a DM, a TikTok DM.
Yeah, for sure.
A comment on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And just let us know anything you want us to add.
Please do.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, that's going to be our podcast segments. We may play a game at the end of things as well.
We'll start. We'll just have fun with it.
Yeah, we can have fun. So should we get stuck into that segment?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we'll take you into segment 1, which is sort of 3 things that we find pretty wild about the world.
Yeah, it's about the world. Just kind of what we've managed to create as well. Just or how we found ourselves in certain situations.
Yeah, just things. We're going to go 3 each. So we're going to go 1 and then we're going to discuss that one. And we're going to keep switching back and forth.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. My first one is, now people can be like, yeah, it's obvious. But not obvious, but just it's not that much of a phenomenon, just natural. But I'm just actually how we create humans is just crazy. Or in fact that
sounds interesting, that.
But the fact we can hold, when I say we as well, it is only females, so big up them. But the fact that they can hold another human, carry it, and that's just created us. And then 20 years on, that's us right now. But we're anyway.
Yeah, I find it more crazy
that it came from I don't know.
Yeah, I find it more crazy that I was that.
Yeah,
no.
What the sperm? That's what you find.
No. I find it more crazy that I was just a baby, and now I can't remember half my life, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm 20. I'm 23 now.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, isn't it mad? Actually, the more you grow, the less you remember. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. No, because instance, when I was 10, you could when you're 10, you can remember loads because you've only experienced 10 years.
Yeah.
But and then you double that to 20. You've got so much more to remember, so you're not.
And your brain only has a certain amount of
chromosomes.
Yeah.
Oh, capacity. That was it. My bad. So I just found that kind of wild. People may be like, I know. I reckon I reckon some people will be like, you know what, Dan? Actually, it is wild.
It is wild, but
I just
Also, just anyone who's watching the video right now, Dan is currently wearing my sister's slippers. Just so I'd slip them.
It's not relevant, but
it's not relevant at
all. They're really
yeah.
cozy and warm, so I'm really appreciative.
Weird that.
Do you want to do yours?
Yeah, I'll do one of mine. Yeah. So there's this guy called Graham Hancock. No, it's true. and he's like a archaeologist.
Okay.
And he has recently, well, I mean, it's not just him who stated this, but there was a tribe which was in the Amazon, which had like proper civilizations. Like they had like buildings and stuff like this. And they got found by a Spanish like troop. And the Spanish troop carried diseases with them and killed off the whole tribe. And they've only recently found this by solar like beams. I can't remember what they called it. Sonar. But,
is
like,
that because the Amazon forest is so big? They've now had technology to like kind of go
through the whole thing,
go through the whole forest, and they
found like buildings and old.
What do you mean buildings?
It's like old ruins and stuff like that.
Real?
Apparently, yeah.
And
well, I'm not an archaeologist.
And they don't even know they could find that out before they knew. So after they knew which like troops went in there. Like,
yeah, I think there's
recently?
writings about it, but they've never been able to prove those writings were true until recently by the sonar stuff.
Oh, flip. What is
crazy?
Sonar?
It's like
that's not a thing.
It's waves. So like they send down like radio signals or waves to the ground. And it bounces back and like shows off the whole what's going on down there.
That's crazy. So it can almost like the waves.
It's like X-ray vision, I guess.
Yeah, it can like present like what's
inside. Like, yeah, it's like an X-ray machine, but it's just
on
massive.
mass.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's
Apparently,
insane.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's kind of mad that also this tribe like could have the. I guess obviously you can make buildings and stuff out there, but I don't know how old this was. Like, I want to know what kind of buildings these are like.
We'll have to discuss that in a future episode. But
yeah, I'm intrigued by that.
I'm very interested. This guy Graham Hancock. Well, I can't remember the Hancock. He's so interesting. He's on the Joe Rogan podcast. Listen to it.
Oh really? Okay, yeah. I'll get on that. I'll get that.
Number 2 for you, Dan.
Now, I read somewhere, I don't know loads about it, but I read somewhere that animals can predict when a natural disaster is going to happen.
Okay, what animals do you know?
So I think basically they detected that elephants...
actually birds as well.
Potentially
birds migrating and stuff.
Yeah, it could be that. So basically, I think elephants, they can feel in their like hoofs through the ground. That explain it good. Their hooves in the ground, they can feel like if like there's tectonic plates shifting or like some sort of like the vibrations of the earth. So then there's been like there's been multiple instances where elephants have like gone up somewhere tall or like to a higher place when they feel like a natural disaster is going to happen. So, like, say a tsunami or an earthquake, because it's not likely to affect them up there because they predicted it.
That's been proven.
That's like
fact.
That's like I don't know I don't know how to fact check it, but I reckon it's pretty much like scientists have suggested that's what's happened.
I see.
So like
interesting.
Yeah,
so it essentially is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, that's insane that our animal.
Yeah, that is wild.
We can have all the... Actually, can we predict when we can now, can't we? Through the technology we've got.
Yeah, through technology, but not like humans themselves.
Not just feeling the ground.
No. That is crazy.
The fact that, we need like all this technology, yet an animal can just be like, oh yeah, tsunami's about on its way. We should get up the mountain now.
Yeah, a little climb of the mountain. That's actually wild. Yeah, I'd love to go more into that at some point.
Yeah, let's definitely do it, bro.
Number 2. This one I found crazy, but this was in my.
Stop saying doubt.
Yeah, please stop saying doubt. I'm telling you. No, this one I found crazy because I went through a rabbit hole a few years ago of pyramids and them being like.
Everyone loves the pyramid dons.
Yeah, it's essentially about like aliens, but I'm not talking about the alien side of things because I'm still thinking they're probably made by humans. But
are people fully thinking that pyramids could be made by aliens?
Oh yeah. But this is why.
Don't know about that.
So pyramids' latitude in decimal degrees is 29.9792458, and that just happened to be the exact same as the speed of light. Do you not find that crazy? Like, it's literally the exact same decimal.
Well, okay, sorry. You said a lot of big words which I just don't fully understand. So we're talking. It
means
when
nothing.
When you're
really.
saying the latitude,
Yeah.
What's that? That's
like the coordinates of the pyramids.
Okay.
It just happens to be the exact same as what the equivalent of the speed of light is in meters per second.
That's brazy. Crazy.
There's also some other stuff.
That's wild. I
can't recall, but it was whilst I was going through a rabbit hole of books.
And the idea is that the speed of light, obviously, that could be travel anywhere from a different distant universe could travel.
Yeah, the idea, the actual conspiracy theorists were
surely not, bro.
No, they had it was like an image of the pyramids.
Yeah,
and a light beam coming from the top of the pyramid, and it was like essentially saying that aliens beam themselves down through the pyramids, but obviously that was not true.
Yeah.
But I still find stuff like that crazy. They got it to the exact point. I don't know whether that's a coincidence that happened or whether they purposely did that before they even knew what the speed of light was.
Well, that's the thing. Even the pyramids in of themselves is like something which makes me think. I'm like, what? Like, how was our like?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it was aliens, but if it was humans,
we had to have been very, very intelligent humans,
right?
Or even like massive humans. We must had to have been bigger than we are today.
Yeah, maybe we shrunk in size. Right, that's a shame. Maybe they just killed off anyone that was less than 6 foot. Do you know how savage that'd be on dating apps today? It was just like
yeah, you'd
suffer.
suffer.
In the bin. Get out of here.
You'd suffer.
Yeah, you'd suffer big time.
Me?
No, you.
No, I'm saying
you.
I'm saying I was aiming that at you.
Yeah, I'm tiny.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, you're number 3. You're number 3, right?
Yeah, I am number 3.
This one's clearly going to be stupid. No, I'm joking.
It's not stupid, but also, I think yours are just like better because like they're actually like I don't understand how it's happened, whereas mine are like people do understand.
No, but we're gonna. That's the whole point of this. Is we're gonna explore all these types of questions, like a whole range.
Well, basically, my next one is like drainage systems. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at how we've got a house, and then there's just like water like flows into it and flows out of it, and like I don't see any of that business and where that water goes to. That that goes into the sea, maybe, I don't know, or doesn't come from the sea. I don't know where it comes from. I have no idea where it comes from. Like a highland, maybe. I don't know. No. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Where does water come from? No, that's crazy.
It comes from mountains, obviously, but like tops of mountain stuff.
Yeah,
but
then like where after? But it's just like, how does it get into our tap, into our mouths?
Like I don't know. They build up stores. Like they have massive like.
Yeah, I think they do.
I didn't think that's crazy though.
They probably taught this at school. I probably sound really dumb. They definitely taught this at school.
Yeah, they probably did teach this at school. But I also have no clue. But it is also quite impressive that they're able to store all of our sewage somewhere, even though it might get dumped into rivers and seas. They're able to store all our sewage away from people.
Like yeah, exactly. You don't see the sewage either. Yeah, the fact that like I don't know, 1500s, they were like just their sewage was just chucked out onto the street. That was just swept down the.
Yeah, it all started in London. I can't remember his name, but there was like a massive. The first sewage system was in like.
Oh really?
It was like 1700s or 1600s or something like that, and it was like the first one ever.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I just feel like that's like.
I think
for people
maybe
to.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I guess
Lily, my sister, would be able to tell you more about that.
Real?
Yeah, she's doing a little degree, but
in drains.
No, not in just drainage, but she talks about that. I think she knows a bit about that.
Fair play. Well, I should get her on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to do my number 3. This one's about an animal. And I think this animal is slept on. And it's slept on for being scary.
Okay.
I think a hippo is one of the most dangerous animals.
Real?
That live on the planet. Yeah.
So what makes you say
that? This is
that?
from Steve Backshall. I'm actually pretty much just copying exactly what he said. He said that of all the animals...
Sorry. I had a cough.
Out of all the animals that he's ever come across, he's found a hippo the scariest of all of them.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
I just feel like
Yeah, and you think these hippos are lovely, right?
Yeah, they're a bit chubby, like a bit. You feel
think
like
about how big their head is and teeth. If
Yeah.
I got to get a photo of a hippo up, you see its teeth.
I think because they made a game out of it as well. Hungry Hippos.
Hungry hippos,
you know
yeah,
what I mean,
classic.
like I just think coming across a literal bear, which could maul your head off. Have you seen Revenant?
I haven't actually, but I know what it's about.
Oh my!
But he survived.
Yeah, I guess. Oh well, flip.
Steve Backshall also came across a bear as well, and he said that the bear chased him, and he still wasn't as scared as when he was with the hippo.
That's mental. Am I right? I think is it rhinos or hippos where they're short-sighted? So I think it might be a rhino where.
It might be a hippo. I don't know.
Well, basically, like they can't actually see that far, so therefore, if they sense danger right in front of them, they just go flipping mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. The reason I you know what? Why I don't think that's scary as well is because when I was like 4 years old, I think I just watched Madagascar, and then like that night I had a dream where I married her, and married Gloria from Madagascar. So,
okay.
So that's why I didn't think that scary.
You might need therapy.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah,
she's
nice.
good at Madagascar.
She's nice.
Yeah,
she seems lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. Great hippo. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't expect anything more from her.
You got married to a hippo.
Yeah, it was weird. I was 4 though. Imagination's going crazy, especially when you're sleeping. Anyway, have you had any weird dreams?
I don't think we need to talk about my dreams.
Mate, that makes it sound as if you do have weird dreams.
I actually have weird dreams all the time.
That's brilliant. That's probably another.
We should talk about dreams.
Episode.
Yeah, we should talk about dreams at some point.
Sure.
Do you have a third? Have you already done?
I think I've done all 3.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that segment we called. What did we call that?
Curious Minds.
Curious Minds. We did call that Curious Minds, and we will not do that segment again. I don't think we might do it at some point. But
I mean, that segment would just look different. We'll go through one topic a bit more in depth.
Yeah, we'll go through a topic each episode, very in depth, and then we'll probably finish off with something lighthearted, which is what we are about to do right now.
Schlicky.
Yeah.
Schlicky. Schlicky. Let's go for the game.
Yeah.
Right. Jude, explain to them the game.
Okay. So segment 2. Yeah, segment 2.
Can play
It's
a little
a
game.
truth. Yeah, it's a truth or lie. So we each have 2 minutes to either tell a truth or a lie, and the other person can ask as many questions in that time to discover whether we're telling the truth or a lie.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start. I once pooed myself in a year 6 Christmas service.
Right, 2 minutes on the clock from now.
2 minutes on the clock, starting now.
Okay. What in a Christmas service?
Yeah.
What were you doing in the Christmas service?
So the whole school was sat up on the stage. So it was like 150 people school. We're all set up on the stage, on different rows. Each row was a different year, essentially.
Yeah.
So it was like massive pews, I guess. And our parents were all in the audience in front of us. And it was just a Christmas service. So it was like carols and stuff like that when we were young.
Okay, and you can hold it.
Yeah, I just desperate.
Sorry, and you would normally when people are desperate as well, it's like just for the one.
yeah.
You needed both. You needed.
Yeah.
Just the bowels were just popping off that day.
Yeah. I was just
them.
desperate, and I just couldn't control it. And the toilet. So the way it worked was the toilet was like a festival cubicle. I don't know what you call them. Like the box. Boxes, yeah. Portaloo. It was a portaloo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was outside of the church. So if I was to leave, I had to go in front, walk through the whole of the service.
And you felt like as soon as you stood up, you were gonna.
No, I just thought, I can't do that. Like, I literally just can't. I can't leave right now. I can't go to the toilet. Like,
so you thought it's better to poo yours.
Yeah. Yeah, the worst part about the story. Did you set a timer?
Yeah. You got 30 seconds.
The worst part about this story is at the end of the service, there was a guy collecting all the leaflets that had been on the chairs and stuff, and I'd sat on my leaflet at the start of the service, and I'd already stood up and walked away, and I was wearing black trousers.
No, and so no one could tell.
So no one could tell. but on the leaflet it was all brown.
Was it wet?
Oh, well, yeah, it was not dried.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just think for that the time has gone off.
Time has gone off.
I think for the amount of detail you've managed to portray, that's got to be true. So I'm going to say true.
It was, in fact, a lie. I actually peed myself.
You're the worst.
No. Exactly the same story, but I just peed myself.
That's what I thought. I thought it was kind of wild to poo.
The guy...
it's a bit of a criminal offence.
The guy... I remember the end, and the guy, it was like so soaking wet. And this guy, like, lifted up the leaflet, and he had this bin bag. He lifted up the leaflet, and he just looked down, and he was like... he knew it was piss, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, so I remember watching him do it whilst I was like standing like 30 minutes.
And you were year 6?
Yeah, I was like year 6 or year 5. Yeah, I can't remember what year, but yeah.
I remember like the kids around you tell.
No, I told a couple of kids knew, so they all moved further away. But I told them, and I remember
you're like,
I got in the car. I got in the car on the way home, and I told my parents, and everyone was like, "Oh," so I had to sit on like a towel or something. I can't remember. Yeah, it was gross.
Were you just like to your guys, your mates around you, be like, "Look, might have had a little accident still. Can you guys just
yeah,
can you just like move up a little bit and just help man out?"
I didn't say it in that accent, but yeah, I did. Yeah,
fair play. Right, my turn. Have you got a timer ready?
Yes. Let me get a timer up. Okay.
I ruined someone's birthday party by being in a fake argument.
Okay, why? Why did you start the argument?
Basically, me and this other mate, the day before or a few days before, I was kind of like winding up. Basically, I had I don't know why I kept doing it, but I kept punching his food.
Great.
And then basically I was squirting ketchup on his plate like too much, but then he took the plate away and it went all on his jeans, and he was pretty mad.
But how's this a fake argument?
Sorry, this was the real thing, but this happened a few days before.
Right.
So then we were like, but then we were a bit annoyed at each other, but then he was a bit annoyed at me, but then I apologized. We made up. It was fine. But like, I don't know why we thought it'd be funny to
just do it again.
Not to do it again, but like to still act as if we were like mardy at each other at this party.
So you acted as if you're annoyed. Whose party was this?
It's my mate Caleb's.
How old?
He was like 20.
No, how old were you?
I was 21, 22. This is like a few years ago.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, we just thought it'd be funny to like be really like annoyed with each other the whole time. And I don't know why. Actually, as I say it more and more, I'm like, why do we do this? To like make it feel uncomfortable and then be like, what's going on here? We thought people would like.
Did people get annoyed?
Well, basically, how it ended was like I just kind of like
left. I
left. Yeah. And then so my other mate who was in on it, he lives there. He lived there, and then afterwards, everyone was like, "Bro, what were you doing?" Like he got like berated by the rest of his mates because they were like, "What are you doing? You just ruined this party." And like me and him were just thinking, "Oh, we just like fooled everyone thinking." We just fooled everyone into thinking that we're mad at each other. But we're
so
not.
Dumb.
And then, and then he was like, but yeah, everyone, he kind of called me being like, "Mate, I don't think that was actually on," because like it made it really awkward for everyone.
So you just vexed everyone.
Yeah. So yeah.
And time.
Oh, that's a horrible alarm.
I quite like that alarm.
Do you wake up to that alarm?
No, I wake up to the.
Oh, that's awful.
I like that one.
Hey, carry on. So do you think that's truth or a lie?
Truth or a lie? I'm gonna go for. Right. I just feel like it'd be weird to lie about something like that, so I'm gonna go for truth.
You'd be correct.
It is the truth.
Well done. Okay, yeah.
So that's 1 point to me.
Look,
and I'm going to tell you my...
because I didn't guess your one correctly.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Dang.
true.
I've got to guess these next two.
In first year of uni, this is Sussex uni, I would go around uni flats and steal a bunch of random items and then like silently return them like a couple of days later. Apart from like maybe like food, but
so you'd steal food?
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Yeah.
So let me start the timer. Okay, so what kind of items are you stealing?
So I remember we stole a Frosties. Well, I say we, but it was me. I think a couple other people did it as well. But there was I remember this guy had like 8 packets of Frosties, and like I think 3 of my friends all took a pack of Frosties each. So I also took one.
Okay.
I stole a kettle once.
A kettle?
Yeah.
This flat's got no... It's winter.
Yeah.
Don't have any hot water.
Yeah, I stole a kettle. I stole...
And you would return it, though?
Yeah, but the
the
kettle belonged to the university, and I couldn't remember which house I'd dropped off at, so I left it outside the block which the flat was in.
Oh, okay. Fair
So
play.
if they'd have been able to figure it out.
Yeah. So how would you get into these flats?
The best one
Yeah.
was we were at a party. Yeah, it was always from parties.
Okay,
so we always stole it through a party. Me and my friends were at a party, and we found this girl a bit annoying, but it was actually a bit mean. But we stole her massive teddy, or stole a massive teddy bear, which is in their flat.
No.
A couple of days later, because we were going to give it back, obviously, but a couple of days later, we got a text from said girl, and she was like, "That really upset me that you took the teddy bear. Can you please return it like now?" And so we had to go back to the teddy bear and just leave outside the flat. Yeah, that was peak.
Yeah, perfect. And so, what would you get from taking? Was there a little thrill of it? Was it?
It all started with the Frosties, I think, and I think
it always does, man.
Yeah, I think for me it was more like cereal, like free cereal. I never gave the Frosties back. I ate the Frosties, I think.
Oh, you would. Probably shouldn't have stolen.
No, it was just a thrill, mate. It was just And the kettle belonged to uni anyway, so it wasn't there. So it was just
the teddy.
It did come back to bite us. So a couple of years later, we got our toaster stolen from our house. But I saw the guy take it in a carrier bag, and someone came out and said, "Oh my gosh, someone's stolen our toaster." And I realised it was the said guy, and I knew exactly where I'd hidden it.
Oh, flip timer. Okay, did you get your toaster back?
Yeah. Toaster was given back, but I think the guy ended up crying because we'd caught him in the act. Yeah, hilarious. The story was hilarious. And then that's
another story.
And then at the end of the night, we all made toast just to celebrate.
Again, I think you've gone into too much detail.
Yeah,
wait. What's the original sentence that you said?
We used to steal stuff at uni.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh, we only stole one thing, and it's like, and I'm gonna say it's true. It's true.
It's completely true.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, I rate it. That's
probably illegal, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We gave it all back, apart from the Frosties.
Yeah. Do you take any other food?
We must have done. I can't. The ones that stick out are those 3 things that we did, but I'm certain we'd have taken loads of stuff.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair play.
But lol.
So my truth or lie, is that when I went away on a church camping festival, on our campsite, the sewage leaked and filled our whole campsite.
So we're talking about sewage again.
Sewage again.
Okay. Let me start the timer. It filled the whole campsite.
Like, it's just our campsite.
So was your whole tent covered in sewage?
Yeah. So so I went to breakfast and I've come back and I'm just seeing sweet corn and like sweet corn.
No.
Like
just loads of poo.
Bare poo, because we were right next to the toilet block, and then obviously their sewage pipe there. Yeah, that's actually where the drainage pipe didn't impress me at all when it exploded all on our campsite.
It was underneath the ground and it just exploded.
Like it's just the drainage pipe, like the manhole that was there, and bro, it just kept overflowing. And actually, I remember actually someone was like, "Oh, by the way," like they said it so candidly. They were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, our campsite's full of sewage." I was like, "Right, that doesn't even make sense." And then turned around the corner. I was like, "Oh, okay, it is." Yeah.
That's gross.
So,
yeah. Okay. I don't know whether I need to ask any more questions.
Do you believe it?
No. No, I do need to ask more questions. What did you do? Like, did you move tents? Did you camp?
Yeah.
Did you get your money back?
No, I didn't even think about that. Basically, the people hosting the festival, they dry cleaned all of our stuff and they gave us new tents
for free.
Yeah. Or like maybe not the owners of the owners of the campsite, basically the whole campsite. Yeah, they did. So yeah.
How long ago was this?
I was probably in year 9.
Do you remember it
Year
very
10. I think I was
vividly?
in
You
year
remember
10.
it very, very vividly then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you camping with?
I had some friends from my youth group. Lily, that's one you may know.
Yeah.
Got Connor, Sam.
Okay.
Some of the big
Okay.
dogs.
Time is done, and I think there is some truth to that. But I think you're lying.
It was fully the truth.
That is vile.
How grim is that?
That is horrible.
Bro, it was
So you
actually
just walk back to the campsite once, and it just
there was just sewage there. Well, there's loads of people being like, "What's going on?" Like, it was a bit chaotic, but I was like, sorry, like what? Why is that?
that is peak.
So yeah, loads of sandbags around. Like, yes, it went into my tent. It was so peak, horrid. I guess now I can look back and laugh. But at the time, just like what wasn't exactly enjoying.
At least they refunded everything.
Yeah, they washed everything. It was like a free ticket.
Yeah.
If they did, I didn't see the money to
that. Damn, that is peak.
Yeah, peak. Yeah, man. Well, guys.
Yeah, that was just a little intro to us, really.
Yeah, a little intro episode. Thank you for listening.
Yep.
We
appreciate all your support.
This episode was sponsored by Curiously Cinnamon. No, it wasn't. We're just ripping off the brand.
Yeah, we just completely ripped off their brand.
Yeah.
We should get some. We were supposed to get some.
No, we will buy some at some point.
Yeah, we'll buy some Curiously Cinnamon.
And it'll be brand placement, so they'll free.
So just allow us and we'll allow you.
Exactly.
Stealing
our name.
Yeah.
Now you can find us on all platforms at Curiously Silly Men. Yeah, I would like feedback on everything. So we're going to put a story or a poll up. And we want you to tell us stuff that you find quite interesting about the world.
Yeah, like what makes you curious?
And maybe we'll talk about a previous, soon to be episode. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah, we're just gonna sort of discover new things.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys. We want you to be on that journey.
Come along.
Yeah, please get involved.
Please interact with us.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
We're just so beggy right now. Please
we are.
Join us. But yeah, no, honestly, we're excited for it. We've decided we're gonna probably do this for about next few months, like year maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
So guys, there's a journey and we want you to be a part of it.
See you later.
Peace.